Hello, people. Who is here? Who is online? Who can see me? If you can see me, say hi. I'm so sorry. We had technical issues and was trying to sort it out. So the previous link we shared did not go through. So please, if you are here, just say hi. Let me know. Hello, welcome Okoliebere. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to wait for some time because I changed link. I was trying to log in with the previous one and they didn't go. So I will wait for some time, then begin my lecture instantly. So let me also post this one on Facebook for those who wanted to join us now. Okay, more people are here. So I'm sorry I could not start with the link I shared earlier. So let me wait for like 2 minutes for more people to join. All right, I'm going to start immediately. As a home hero, once it's 8 o'clock, your eyes should be on the group. Okay, I have some people here. Okoli Ebere. Who else is here? If you are here, please say hi. Let me know who and who are here. If you are here, say hi. Let me know who and who are here. So I'm starting because this will still be on my channel. Those who wants to watch it after now can comfortably do that. Okay. Um Parenting styles effect on the child. So when we say effect on the child, we are talking about the child development, everything about the child. When we talk about child development, we are talking about the physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual. Let me add it because we are religious people in this country. So let me start by introducing myself. I am Mma Okoye, a seasoned parent coach and a professional guidance counselor, currently a member of Counselors Association of Nigeria with CASON ID number. That's a verified member. That's what I am now. So can I see congratulations? Can I see congratulations on the comment section? Okay, today we are going to talk about parenting styles. Now, we are a product of how we were raised. During our own time, our parents were more of the very harsh people. Thank you, Ebere. Thank you, Ebere. So our parents were really very, very harsh. It worked for us. It worked for them. But then it spoiled some things in us, which is affecting us and affecting how we're parenting our own children. Today, the story has changed. If we use the exact method our parents use on our children, it's not really gonna work well for them. Reason, we are in the technology stage. the world is now a global village because of technology. So our children get to see a lot of things earlier before we saw it. They get to learn a lot of things before we learn it. Okay, Jude Okoye said, that's my husband. He's already in here. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. I can see your congratulatory message. Thank you. So now, I'm talking about parenting style and the effect on the children. So I said we are products of how we were raised. So the way we were raised, who raised us, the environment where we were raised, it's everything that forms our personality, our perception of life, how we see things, how we do things. So we are going to look at the different parenting styles and how they affect our children. So let's go with that. I'm going to share my screen now. I'm going to share my screen. Let's look at the different parenting styles. And after that, if you are a hero, please say, I'm a home hero. Let me know how many home heroes are here. Say, I'm a home hero. I'm a proud home hero. So every home hero should be here, because what I'll teach here, I'm not going to teach it again in the WhatsApp group. I mean, in the academy. I will not teach it again in the parents academy. So every home hero should be here, so that from here we are going to take it up from here. We are going to do some games. We are going to do quizzes. We are going to have discussion forum based on what we learned here. So if you are a home hero and you are not here, I wonder what you are doing. If you are wondering what a home hero is, we have the Parents Academy. Cohort 1.0 just started in January. This January, that's when we started. And we are not admitting another person until July. So the next admission will be last days of June, when we will now prepare those who will join for the July cohort. It's not expensive. For the July cohort, it's just 30,000 naira for you to join us and become a home hero. Those who are already here, we are just we did our induction last week. It's just 1 week, but they are already getting their values. If you're a home hero and you've gotten your value, please type it on the comment section. Let it not be that I'm making mouth for others to see. So parenting style impact on the children. We can see the different parenting styles. We have the authoritarian, the permissive, the authoritative, and uninvolved parents. We are going to look at them one after the other. So the first one, the four major parenting styles. We have the authoritative. This authoritative parents, they have high demands, high responsiveness. They demand a lot from their children, and they are there for the children. They respond to the needs of the children. When we talk about needs, we are not talking about just the physical needs. We are talking about physical, emotional. Most times we provide the spiritual need, but sometimes we don't really do well in providing the spiritual need. By the time I start explaining it, you will know what I mean. So we provide the emotional needs, physical needs, spiritual needs, social needs of our children. That is high responsiveness of an authoritative parent. Now we have the authoritarian parenting style. This one, this type of parenting style is a situation where the parents have high demand, low responsiveness. Maybe they may provide just the physical need, but the emotional, spiritual, social, psychological, they are not providing it. But they expect these children to perform very well, behave well, come first in class, but then low responsiveness. Then we have the permissive parenting style. Here, no demand at all or very low demand. Even if you like, take last position, it's your business. Even if you like, don't learn to be proactive, don't learn time management, it is your business. Then they have high responsiveness. They are always there. That the ones who like to spoon feed their children. They are not flexible. They don't allow the children to use their brain to do some things. They want to do everything for the child. At the same time, no expectation. These are the permissive parents we are talking about. Now we have the uninvolved parents, or we can call them laissez-faire parents. Low demand, low responsiveness. They're not demanding anything from you as a child, and they're not ready to stretch themselves. These are the I can't keep myself, this life, I can't keep myself. This is the type of parents. So as we go through all of these, analyze them one after the other. You take your notes and ask yourself, what type of parents am I? Now, the key characteristics and behaviors associated with each style shape parent-child interaction and developmental outcome. So let's see who is following. Which of the parenting style do you really want me to talk about? Which one are you really waiting for? You want me to explain it to her so that you will know whether you are doing the right thing, or you comment section. Which of the parenting style do you want me to go into properly? Which of them? Okay, I can see yeah, Okele Ibere, I'm a proud home hero. Very good. Francisca said, I came late. You didn't really actually come late because we did not start exactly 8 o'clock. We were having technical issues. Now, I said, I've mentioned some of the parenting styles. Which of them do you want me to explain very, very well? You really want to pay attention to that particular one. I mentioned the 4 of them. Who can remember the 4 of them? If you can remember, type it on the comment section. This is a class. Yeah, remember to like this live stream, like it, drop your comment. You can also share it to any parent you love. Let it be your New Year gift to that parent, so you can share it for other parents to know that we are having this kind of conversation this evening. So I'm going to continue. Is anybody telling me the particular one you want me to talk about? Which one? Which of them? Which of the 4 parenting styles do you actually want me to talk about? Okay, let's continue sharing our screen. So I'm going to continue. I will explain each of them one after the other. I hope you are jotting. Parents, my home heroes, I hope you are jotting. I hope you are jotting. We are going to have conversation on this, my home heroes. Okay, as we go on, you can, I said, if you are a home hero, say, I'm a proud home hero. If you don't understand what a home hero is, home heroes are parents in the Parents Academy Cohort 1.0. If you want to be a home hero, I'm sorry you cannot join us now, but then just save your 30,000 naira and join in the July cohort. You can make your commitment fee of 5,000 naira and be in the waiting list so that July you join us and become a home hero. So let's continue sharing our screen. I've talked about different parents. So let's go into them one after the other. The first one is authoritative parenting, the balanced approach. Yes, that is the balanced approach. Authoritative parenting is characterized by listen very, very well and jot your notes, jot your points. So number 1, authoritative parenting style. 1, they are warm and rational discipline. They do not discipline anyhow. The home heroes know we've talked about discipline. They do not discipline anyhow. They choose their battles. Yes, they don't go around the house screaming and shouting at everybody. Once they come in, they start shouting. No, they only frown, firm, and maybe discipline when there is an error. When there is a bad behavior, not when there is a mistake. Remember, there's a difference between a mistake and a bad behavior. So when there is a bad behavior, they come in to discipline the child. But when there is an error, they can frown at that error, be firm, talk about it, but then sit the child down and talk about that error, correct the child. Then authoritative parenting, these are the parents who have clear expectations and open communication with their children. They state clearly what they want. Come. John, Ada, sit down. This term, I need 5 A's in English, Math, Sciences. And these 5 A's, this is how you are going to make it. You're going to study 3 hours every day. I'm going to get some resources. There are so many AIs I will teach you or use to give you questions and answers. I will get YouTube topics on your subjects and all that. You give me your scheme of work. They are communicating. They are very clear. Their expectations are clear. Or they will say, okay, prepare this soup. For those of us whose children have started preparing soup, prepare this soup for me. Do it this way, that way. You are clear. Not the parents who will just expect these children, maybe a 4-year-old child, to behave like an 18-year-old child. Meanwhile, you've not communicated anything. You were not clear on your expectations. So authoritative parents, they are clear on their expectations and have open communication. They listen very well. They listen with empathy. Empathy means you are putting yourself in your child's shoe. So this type of parents, they listen in a non-judgmental way. Children of today are now saying, we listen, we don't judge. We listen, we don't judge. So parents should actually adopt this, especially for their teenagers and young adults. So there are things your child will tell you. You don't need to start screaming, start shouting. You cool down, absorb that, think deep, and communicate effectively with the child. These authoritative parents, they support autonomy while maintaining boundaries. So they allow the children start early to do some things themselves. At 4 years, the child has started washing his stockings, washing his undies, feeding himself. At different stages of the child's development, the parents are already encouraging the child to do certain things, go to the shop to buy something, maybe return from school on his or her own at a particular stage. Home heroes understand this because we have talked about independence, raising an independent child. We talked about it in our WhatsApp group. That reminds me, we have WhatsApp group for parents. Is a support group for parents. If you are interested, say type it in the comment section and I'll send you the link to that WhatsApp group. It's free to join. You are not paying a dime to join. It's a parent support group. So we've talked about that. Now, let me go back to authoritative parents. So this type of parents, they support autonomy while maintaining boundaries. Also, associated outcome of home heroes. I said home heroes. I'm just used to talking about home heroes. It seems my home heroes are authoritative parents. Yeah, if you're a home hero, you are already an authoritative parent, or you are on your way to becoming an authoritative parent. So now, associated outcome of authoritative parenting style: they raise children who have high self-esteem, better academic performance, stronger emotional regulation. They don't raise children who cry like babies every time, behave immaturely, and behave like children all the time. They raise stronger emotional regulation children, and they have children who have more developed social skills. They raise children who are social, who know how to maintain and service relationships. They raise this type of children. I believe someone is like, I want to be an authoritative parent. So if you have any question on that, drop it in the comment section. After the lecture, I will attend to your question. So the next is the impact of authoritative parents on cognitive development. When we talk about cognitive, we're talking about the brain, the academic performance, how the brain works. So authoritative parents, they raise children who have enhanced problem solving abilities and academic achievements. So if you want your child to have enhanced problem solving abilities, you need to adopt this parenting style. Because let me tell you, the easiest way to make money is by solving people's problem. When you solve people's problem, you are making money. That's just the easiest way to make money. So if you are raising children who have who are very poor with problem solving abilities, you are indirectly raising children who are on their way to poverty. If you want to be financially stable and you want to raise children who are financially stable, be sure you are raising children who have problem solving abilities. Home heroes are on their way to that journey. If you are not a home hero, try and be a home hero by July. It's just 30,000 naira for 6 months. It's not expensive. Okay, research suggests that children raised with an authoritative parenting style tend to develop strong social skills, self-esteem, and higher academic achievement compared to those raised with other styles, such as authoritarian or permissive parenting. We are going to look at authoritarian or permissive parenting. Now, the authoritative parents, they also track their success. Like all the home heroes, we have days we track our success and we talk about our challenges. We set goals every week for both ourselves and each of our children. So we have our parenting journal. Even if you are not a home hero and you need that parenting journal, write it in the comment section. I will send you the link where you can buy it on seller.com. You may not be a home hero, but you buy that parenting journal so that you'll be able to track your record. As an authoritative parent, you need a parenting journal so that you can track your record, set your goals and all that. Now, you also need some forms of assessment for yourself and for your children. If you need all that, come in boss or write it in the comment section. I will send you the link to all that, but they go for a fee. So you come in boss, chat with me, and I will reach out to you. These are the things you need to put in place if you actually want to be an authoritative parent, because we can't talk about being a successful parent without a form of monitoring, evaluation, support system, and a platform where you keep learning and learning. It will be difficult for you to survive alone and be successful alone. Now, let's talk about the authoritarian style. Remember, the first is authoritative. That authoritative, you are firm, you are a friend, at the same time a parent. You are firm, you are disciplined, you play with them, you joke with them, you listen to them, you have open communication, you support them, you encourage them, you give them clues on how to be successful in different things. You are flexible. So in all that, it will help the child to develop lots of skills and potentials that will help that child to succeed in life. Then we have the authoritarian style. Authoritarian parenting is a strict, very, very strict. A lot of our parents were authoritarian parents. Myself, I was lucky. My mother studied child psychology up to degree level, but my father was an authoritarian. My mom was an authoritative parent. My dad was an authoritarian parent. So two of them joined together. It helped me. Yeah, it helped me a lot. But then at a point, my dad was to the extreme. Then my mom would be like, because she calls him mine. Say, mine, calm down. Psychology said you should do this on your child, you should do this on your child, and all that. So now authoritarian style. Authoritarian parenting is a strict, high control, and low warmth parenting style. This is the type of parents who wants the children to always answer, yes, mommy, yes, daddy, to everything. They want to control everything about the child. They control, in fact, they even want to control how the child breathes or sleeps. They are highly in control of everything about the child. They don't give room for flexibility. They don't even understand that at different stages of a child's development, that the child should be allowed and be given a certain level of freedom. For authoritarian parents, that is not in their dictionary. Then low warmth, they're not friendly, they can't even play with their children. Once they come in, piam, wahala don't start. Immediately they come in from the door, they start shouting and screaming and looking for who did not do this and who did not do that. These are the authoritarian parents. So parents who adopt this style emphasize obedience. Their own is that you must obey. Even if I tell you to put hand in the fire, you must obey. So they emphasize on obedience, discipline. These are parents that can, oh my goodness, they can discipline, like not even discipline, they can punish, corporal punishment. They if you had that kind of parent, drop it in the comment section and say, I'm a victim or I was a victim. If you are that type of parent currently, you are doing the same to your children, say, oh my God. Write in the comment section, oh my God. So their emphasis are on obedience, discipline, and authority. I am your mother, you must listen to me. I am your father, you must listen to me. This is authoritarian style, and often without much room for flexibility or discussion. You can't even discuss anything. Once they say do this, whether it's good or bad, you must obey. If you want to say, but mommy, can we do it? Will you shut up them? Your mother, I'm talking and you are talking back. So that is there. In this approach, parents expect their children to follow rules without question and may use punishment as a primary method for enforcing these rules. So if you are on this table, say, I am on this table, oh God have mercy on me. If you are an authoritarian parent, say, I am on this table, oh God have mercy on me. So while authoritarian parenting can lead to well-behaved children who follow rules, well-behaved children who follow rules in quotation, research suggests it can also result in children who may struggle with low self-esteem, poor social skills, and less independence. Now, let me explain something to you. If you raise a child who is well behaved, follow rules, let me tell you something. That child may never be in a place where he'll be financially stable. Do you know why? We are living in a competitive world. You need to raise children who are creative, who can solve problems, who are proactive. And these things can come when you introduce independence, flexibility, open communication in the child's development. I mean, in your parenting style. So when your child is well behaved, follow rules, but then the child lacks the ability to maintain good relationship, lacks the ability to think out problems, solution to problems, lacks the ability to be creative, lacks the ability for social skills, do not have emotional intelligence, that child will find it difficult to succeed in a highly competitive world. So it's not about my child is well behaved. Once I say stand there, my child will stand at an attention. It's not about that. That worked for our parents. They did what they're supposed to do because they did not know better. But we now, we know better and we should do better. So it's not about raising well-behaved child. That well-behaved child should have skills that will help the child succeed in life. So mark that. That well-behaved child should have skills. That is why authoritarian parents raise well-behaved children. But these well-behaved children have low self-esteem, have low ability to think out solution to problem. So when they are employed with others, when the company needs to downsize, these well-behaved children will be the first to be taken out of the company, because every organization wants people who will come and make their company grow, not only your well-behaved character that will make their company grow. So your child should not be on the bare minimum. Your child should be exceptional, be on top of his or her game for that child to be successful in the world we are in, the competitive world. So this style can also make your child to live a double life. When we were in school, we all passed through school, we had this set of children whose parents would say don't wear trouser. They wear trouser in the school and wear Maria Amaka at home. We have this set of people who will live with their boyfriends in the school, cooking for them, and when they come back they'll be like Virgin Mary in the house. I'm sorry, I don't want to use Virgin Mary. They'll be like which people will I use that? They'll be like over righteous people in the house. So that is double standard life. So if you are if you are an authoritarian parent, be sure in this world you are living now, in this computer world, be sure that your child may be addicted to pornography, living immoral life, doing all sorts of things, doing drugs, joining cultism. But when the child comes back, that child will answer yes sir, yes ma to everything you say, because there is no open communication. The child lacks emotional support. So it's not about he's well behaved in the house. Outside the house, how is his behavior? How is her behavior? Think about that. So this style is often associated with higher levels of stress or resentment in children, as they may feel controlled and lack a sense of agency. It may lead to reduced creativity and independence. That's what I'm saying. So it's not about my child obeys everything I say. It's about giving your child the needed skill. Now, this is the picture of an authoritarian parent shouting dishing out instruction, you must answer yes ma, and look at how the child feels. The child feels overwhelmed, and such children can even go into depression. These are the children who are sexually abused right in their father's house. These are the type of children. These are the type of children who are being deceived with sweet and chewing gum because a boy comes and says, I love you, I want to be your friend. The child is looking for validity. The child is looking for emotional support and emotional assistance. The child needs his or her emotional needs to be met, and these are not met in the house. The only thing the parents want, you must obey every rules and regulation. They have the 10 commandments in their house. You must obey all of them. Do not question me. Once I say do this, you must do it. No flexibility, no freedom, nothing. So let's go to the next one. Permissive parenting style. So permissive parenting is a parenting style characterized by warmth and leniency with few rules or boundaries. They have the warmth, but they are so lenient. No rules, no boundaries. All the rules are very, very few. So it's a type of place where, for example, of a permissive parent. A permissive parent comes to church with a 5-year-old child. Immediately they enter the church and sits down. The child will say, Mommy, I want biscuits. The permissive parent will give the child biscuit. Instantly, the child will start eating it. Permissive parents are the parents that will come to the class teacher and say, the homework you gave my child is too much. Do you want to stress my child? These are permissive parents. So low, very low rules, no boundaries. The child can even come and slap mommy and slap daddy. They'll laugh, hey, Junior, will you stop that? That's a permissive parent. So parents who adopt this style are generally very nurturing and responsive. They respond to every physical need of the child. Mark the word physical need. But the emotional need, they don't know about it too. But the physical needs, they respond to all of them. But they don't raise children who can think for themselves, who are creative. But they tend to avoid setting firm limits or enforcing consistent discipline. These are the type of parents who do not know that discipline is part of parenting. In fact, if teachers try to give the child maybe 2 homework, the parent will come and write it for the child. Please, I don't want to stress my child. Not be my child be the problem of Nigeria. These are permissive parents. So they have they don't enforce consistent discipline. Remember, there's a video I made on discipline. You can find it in one of my videos here on this channel. So that in discipline, when you are not consistent, your disciplinary measures will lose its effectiveness. So if you want your disciplinary measures to retain its effectiveness, you must be consistent. For example, when your child says shut up and you frown, maybe tell the child to kneel down or remove some privilege, tomorrow if the child says shut up again, do not ignore it. Make sure you still enforce that discipline. Now the approach, I mean the permissive parenting style, the approach emphasizes a child's freedom, allowing them to make their own decisions without much interference from the parents. Without much interference from the parents. So the child is free to do anything and the parents will not. So let me see what we have in the chat session so far. Is remaining the last one. When we let me see what you have so far, then we look at the last one. Any question? Someone said, please, Kolebe said, please go deeper in authoritative style. Okay, I will do that. Okay, he said authoritative. Okay, authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, uninvolved, laissez-faire. Ifama Okonkwo is here. Hello, Ifama. Welcome. She said, well said. Thank you so much. Okay. We've talked about Ebele. I will go deeper into that particular one, authoritative style. I'll go deeper into that. But let me finish up. When I am done, I will appreciate it if you can tell me the aspect, or just is it generally going deeper into it? Is it generally okay? Let's continue. Let's go to the last type of parenting style and see what we have there. We said is the uninvolved parents. Let's see what happens there. The uninvolved parent. I'm still on the permissive style. So, why children raised with a permissive parenting style may develop strong emotional bonds with their parents and have high self esteem, they may also struggle with self regulation. This is a type of children who do not know what self regulation is, they don't have discipline, and they don't have respect for authority. Yes, they can insult anybody anyhow. Ah, who are you? Why will you talk to me that way? They don't know what self-regulation is. That the people who immediately they enter the university, they're like, oh my god, where are the court members? Where are they? Let me join you. Where is the club happening? I need that club. Because they don't even know what is time management. They don't even know why they are there, and they lack discipline. They can't even sit down and read for 30 minutes, concentrate for 30 minutes. They can't even attend classes or lectures and pay attention because they have been spoiled. These are the people we call the spoiled children. And they're the people that their parents will always come and fight for, as in fight the target them, that these people, so they have no respect for authority, but then it backfires on them by the time they get to a certain age. Because believe it or not, there is a stage your child will reach, you will step back and the child will take the baton and continue the journey. For example, once your child enters the university, you will follow the child and do anything. I took my child to check her hostel in the university. I saw some parents, the same clearance I sent my child to go and do alone, give me feedback and return. The same clearance I saw, and its mothers, I saw some mothers holding their child who is entering the university, holding them from one office to the other. Even the medical clearance that my child spent, she went around 8 a.m. And by the time she finished around 5 p.m. She called me. She was like, Mommy, it's now I'm finishing. And parents were there sitting down with their children for that medical clearance for someone who is entering year one on undergraduate. And I was like, oh my God, it seems these parents are more caring and more loving than me. So now, these are the permissive parents. Your undergraduate child is going for clearance and you are holding his or her hand. And the funny thing, like the one taking one boy, the boy was even with sagging and baggy shorts with his big boy step, and the mother was the one carrying the file from one office to the other. I said, oh my dear, you'd enjoy it. And then my mother, I'm like to the mother, Mommy, onye nwa ịgba agụ mee. That means may the Lord strengthen you. I cannot go through this child because now you are spoiling that child. By the time the child starts lecture, hustles for textbooks, material, handouts, exams, defense, projects, and all that. Are you still going to do that for the child? By the time the child goes for NYSC, gets married, gets job, will you still do that? Even in our office, we were carrying out interview. A graduate came for interview and the father came with her, sat down with her, and I'm like, you people are really funny in this part of the world. So these are parents who have raised their children not to be independent at all. They want to do everything for their children, and it backfires because the child cannot grow. Yes, such children cannot grow. Now, these children may have difficulty handling responsibilities. That's true. They cannot handle responsibility and they cannot even understand consequences of their actions. They act before thinking. They don't even know that there are consequences to actions because when they were behaving anyhow in the house, no one cautioned them. So they don't understand what consequences mean. In fact, when you punish your child for behaving badly, you are teaching that child decision making and consequences of action. That's what you are doing. But in a situation, you are over pampering, you don't want your child to feel pain, you don't want to punish your child, the child will go out there and mess things up. these are the parents who come to church and start beating the child. And you'll be disgracing me in the church. Every time you're disgracing me in the public because you didn't do what you're supposed to do in the house. So when you don't do what you're supposed to do in the house, the child will definitely disgrace you outside. That's the truth. Your child will always disgrace you outside because your child does not understand what it means to handle responsibility or understand consequences of actions. And as they may not have been taught to follow consistent rules, you didn't teach them to follow consistent rules. So how will they know? Remember, the child came to the world empty, without anything. So the things you're supposed to teach, you did not teach. So the child will behave anyhow. That's what you wrote in the empty slate given to you. Now, this can result, okay, this can, I skipped something before here. Okay, the last line, um, permissive parenting style can result in poor self-regulation and academic challenges. That's very important. So you can see the permissive parenting style. The child is making noise with the speaker and the father just cover his ear instead of cautioning the child to stop that. So that's it. So let's look at the last one, uninvolved parenting style. Uninvolved parenting, also known as neglectful parenting, it can also be called laissez-faire parenting, is a style in which parents are generally disengaged from their children's lives. These parents are characterized by low levels of both responsiveness and demand. They don't demand, they don't respond, meaning they offer little emotional support, supervision, or guidance. In some extreme cases, uninvolved parenting can even result in neglect, where parents fail to meet the basic needs of their children, both physically and emotionally. Basic need of a child is food, shelter, clothing. In addition, schooling. So these are the basic needs of the child. That's why I said in this Parents Academy, I'm committed to helping all the home heroes to be financially stable. When you're financially stable, you can be able to meet the physical needs of your children. Then the emotional needs, I am coaching you, training you on how to meet the emotional needs of your children. Uninvolved parents may not actually participate in their child's life, school activities. These are the people that will never attend school activities. These school people, you are giving us too much trouble. I'm not going. Please, you people should go. Or you send your sister or your brother, say, go with them. These are uninvolved parents. They don't even get themselves involved in school activities or social interactions. They may be physically present or simply uninterested in engaging with their child's concerns or interests. Some parents are in the house, but the phone, the technology has made them uninvolved parents. And I will not say more than that. If you know what I'm saying, so use your tongue and count your teeth. Now, these parents tend to be detached from their child's life and show little interest in their child's emotional well-being, academic performance, or personal growth. These are uninvolved parents. They don't get themselves involved. These are parents that wake up by 5 o'clock, mommy and daddy out. They come back by 10 p.m. Daddy will close shop and end up in a bar. Mommy will end up in the salon, gossiping and all that. The children are training themselves. I don't think I need to tell you the consequence of that. Now, uninvolved parenting can cause serious consequences for children. Research suggests that children raised in such environments may struggle with emotional and social development, often exhibiting behavioral problems. Yes, they exhibit it. Teachers here will testify to what I'm saying. This set of people, they have poor academic performance and low self-esteem. They may also develop issues with attachment and relationship. They can't build a good relationship as they lack the necessary foundation of care and support during their formative years. Remember, formative years are very, very important. As a child is passing through formative years, if you are an uninvolved parent at that stage, your child is bound to grow up having problem with relationships, having low esteem, having poor academic performance, because you are supposed to give that child physical needs, emotional needs at that point. If you want to understand more about the needs of the child and how you can come in at different stages, there are videos I made on personality development for each stage of our children. Go and search for that video. If you see the age of your children, watch it. I mentioned the things you can do to make your child develop certain emotional traits and personalities at a different stage. What you as a parent you are supposed to do to make your child have a certain personality at a different stage. And when you miss that stage, you have missed it. That's why the academy is here to train you, to form you. Even if you don't want to be in the academy, you can be in our free parent support WhatsApp group. You will still learn from what we are doing there. Now, children from uninvolved parenting style, they're often associated with cognitive delays and academic difficulties. They're the ones that when you are teaching, they find it difficult to understand. It could be as a result of uninvolved parenting style. Now look at the uninvolved parents. Mommy is there, daddy is there, they are present but they're absent. This one is with his phone, this one is with her phone. The child is in the middle crying, disengaged and unaware of children's needs. You can see it. They're disengaged and they do not know the child's needs. Neglectful and unresponsive. Thank you. We have come to the end of the lecture. Thank you for sticking from I started by 8:05 and now I'm done with this. I'm going to look at some of your questions and respond to them for sticking to this point. Okay, who are still here? Let me answer the question from Okoli Ebere. She said, please go deeper into authoritative style. Ebere, I don't know if you are still here. Okay, authoritative style is that style where the parents are flexible. The parents understand what they should do at different stages of the child's development. The parents listen without judging. They're not judgmental. They discipline, yes. They can punish, but not severe punishment. They listen to the child. They encourage open communication. They allow the child, they have this conversation with the child. And they don't just ask a question where the child answers yes or no. They ask open-ended questions where the child will be able to express himself or herself. So, authoritative parenting style is the best parenting style because it will help you raise children who have creativity, children who have problem solving skills and all that. So how can you be an authoritative parent? I know that may be your question now. How can you be an authoritative parent? Number one, you need to know what you're supposed to know. For the fact you are here, you are in the right direction. So you need to know what you're supposed to know so you can do what you're supposed to do. Number two, you need to have stable finance. Very important because finance will help you meet up with the basic need of your children. When you don't have money to feed your children, you are losing your influence on them. That's just the reality. You are losing your influence on them. So that's why I said it's a taboo for a home hero to have one source of income. That's what I said. It's a taboo. So you need to have more than one source of income so that you have financial stability to be able to provide the physical need of your children. That's for the physical need. Now, for the emotional need, you need to have listening ear to your children. Pay attention to what your child is saying. Most times, the children misbehave because we are not paying attention to them. Maybe these children, they are attention seekers. They want your attention. They are struggling with a whole lot of things. They're struggling with challenges of life. They're struggling with academics. They're struggling with a lot of things. Now, your child will come back with a homework. An authoritative parent will look at that homework, tell the child, go ahead and do this homework. And child, mommy, I cannot. Say, try. That's an authoritative parent. By the time the child is trying, the child is developing creative thinking skill, analytical skill, problem solving skill. decision making skill and all that. So when the child tries and is not able to get it right, you now come in to solve it. With AI, every parent should be able to assist the child with homework. I mean, with AI, go to Google, go to Chat GPT, and type some of these things. It will give you answers to some of these questions. So you have no reason why you will not support your child's academic. Now, as an authoritative parent, remember I said make clear rules, communicate your expectations well. For example, choice of friends. You don't just say, I don't want you to follow this person. He's a bad child. Meanwhile, as the child was leaving the house, you did not sit the child down and explain to the child choice of friends, how to choose friends intentionally. You did not teach it. You did not also teach the child how to study well and pass exams. You did not teach the child proper way of answering questions in the exam hall to have good grades. You did not teach the child the importance of paying attention while in class. You did not teach the child appropriate behavior in different places. The reason why you should behave this way and behave that way. And these are enforced with reward. I've talked about discipline and reward. Make sure you appreciate every good thing your child does, no matter how small. Appreciate it. When you appreciate it, the child will do better. When you appreciate the little ones you are doing, you are reinforcing the good things. Then when there is a bad behavior, do not overlook any bad behavior at all. I mean, single bad behavior, do not overlook it. Even if the one you are breastfeeding bites you on the nipple as the mother, do not overlook it. Frown instantly. An authoritative parent do not overlook any bad behavior. So you need to communicate effectively. You need to be a reliable source of information. If you want to be an authoritative parent, yes, you need to be the reliable source of information for your child. In that way, your child will always come to you for anything he or she is confused about in life. So these are the things you need to start doing. This conversation will continue in the academy. You can ask more questions about authoritative parents, or if there's something you feel like I'm doing this and you're like, Auntie Ma, is this in the right direction? I want to be an authoritative parent. Is this in the right direction and all that? You can do all that. Do I have any other question? Okoliebere, I think I've done justice to your question. If you are still here, let me know if I have answered you very well, or do I need to go deeper, deeper, deeper? You said go deeper, or do I need to go deeper into it? So if you are satisfied, you can let me know in the comment section. Do we have any other question? Do you have any other question? If we don't, then we'll be doing our closing formalities. Now, when it comes to career, some of our children struggle with choice of course, choice of career, and all that. I have an assessment I call career and passion assessment. You can just contract me, just 3,000 naira. Your child will do that. We guide your child to choose a good career. These are the things you do to have influence on your children. Remember, these children are technology children, so you need to be ahead of them, be on top of your game when it comes to these children, for you to be able to have influence over them. If you have influence over them, you'll be able to command the desired respect. Then you also need to continuously let them know that being good is for their own self, is for their own good. They are not being good because of you. They are not being good because of their mommy or their daddy. They are being good because it pays to be good, and it's because of their own good. You tell them, I've done my own. Now, as a parent, if you want to be an authoritarian parent, I must tell you this for free. You need to keep growing. Yes. If it means to learn extra skill, if it means to go back to school, if it means to take some courses, please do. You need to keep growing so that you still be ahead of these children. When they ask certain questions, you can answer very, very well. So you need to be someone who can influence them. They need to obey you, whether they're in the house or out of the house. They need to know that I need to behave well whether mommy and daddy is here or not. And these things should start in their formative years. Now, when your child comes to you with certain questions, do not panic. Do not say, shut up. Always find out what is bothering them. When they come back from school, you need to ask, how was school today? How is your friend? How is, and you also need to be involved in the school activities. The school activities, the PTD, the cultural day, graduation, and all that. Be there. That's what makes you an authoritative parent. You need to be involved. An authoritative parent is an involved parent, is an intentional parent. You intentionally do a whole lot of things. You intentionally do everything just to get results. And you need to set your goals like we have in our parents' journal. You need to set your weekly goals both for yourself and for your child. Not just setting goals, work towards achieving those goals. That's how to succeed. So a whole lot is involved in that conversation. So right now we have come to the end of today's lecture. This is a weekly live stream. We'll be having this every week for our home heroes, but then those who are not home heroes are benefiting because we are making it public. Come and learn with us. Our home heroes will continue in the academy. We are going to have question and answer sessions. We're going to have quizzes. We are going to even have games for this parenting style. So make sure you have your notes ready. If you have more questions, we continue in the academy. If you want to be in the academy, commitment fee is 5,000 naira. We put you in the wait list, then you pay the remaining before June 30th so that you can be in the first cohort for July. Just 30,000 naira for 6 months, and you will learn a whole lot that will help you both in your personal goal, personal growth, and your children's development, all round development, social, academic, physical, spiritual. Yeah, I talked about spiritual development. Yeah, you need to be involved spiritually. Pray for them, each of them. It's not about taking them for deliverance on anything. There's one woman, the child urinates on the bed up to 15 years. She was taking the child to for deliverance. By the time she met me, I told her what to do. In 2 weeks, the child stopped urinating on the bed. I mean, bedwetting. So you need to have personal relationship with God and train your children on that. Don't be someone who jump from one ministry to the other. It's not going to help you. So you need to be in charge of your children's spiritual life. Be the pastor of their life. Pray for each and every one of them. Speak positive words into them, positive things into their lives every now and then. I am still your parenting coach, seasoned parenting coach, Mma Okoye, and your professional guidance counselor. So if you need counseling services, you can book your session with us. If you need parenting journal, let me know. I will send the link to you. If you need some psychological assessments for depression, anxiety, self-assessment, career and passion choice, come in boss. Then if you have someone who is about getting married and needs premarital counselor, Mma Okoye is here. Okay, see you next week on the live stream. Goodbye. Bye. We continue in the academy. Bye.